So how can we utilize momentum to get the most productive schedule and manage our time as best as possible? So today I'm going to get into autistic momentum and what that means and how you can help it. So let's get straight into the video.
Get to know me personally with my one-on-one coaching. First call is absolutely free, so check that link out in the description after this video.
So shout out to Paul Mickley from Autism from the Inside to make me spark this idea from his most recent video. So I'll link that in the description and you can go watch that. So pretty much, what is autistic momentum? I like to make up concepts, as I said in my previous video, because it makes it easier to explain and understand. So what I mean by this is, pretend you've got a big ball of snow, right? Or a small ball of snow. That represents the task and what you're doing. So what it feels like with me is there's a big steep hill, and I can start to get momentum with this ball, and the ball will get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then by the time I've got to move on to the next task, well, I have to either destroy this big ball of snow, or I have to stop the momentum of this ball and then move on to the next thing, which it kind of feels like there's a lot of friction between that, because you need to stop the ball in its tracks. A big ball that has momentum, and then you have to start to make another one and then get that ball going, which, as I said, feels like a lot of friction, and it feels very difficult to me to start getting momentum in the next thing. So this concept could be long term and it could be short term. So this is what long term could look like. For example, me with mechanics or go-karting, that's something that I'm trying to get out of, but because I've built up so much momentum from it and I'm so knowledgeable about it, there's no friction for me to do these things and say work on a bike or work on a go-kart or go-karting, because I know it and I understand it. So then why would I want to go to another sport or do something else and then build up another snowball and try to, start to build it up, and there's that friction at the start. But once you get momentum and you start to build the ball up, the momentum will come. So short term may look like, I don't know, maybe sleeping, maybe a Saturday night if I've been out with friends or I've been up really late. It might take me 3 days or 4 days to get back up and running, because I've built up that, I would say, bad momentum. There is bad and good momentum. So I would say staying up late is bad. That's a bad momentum. So then the next 3 or 4 days after, it's going to take me a while to get my sleep schedule back on track, and then get my mind back on track too, because I've been out and I've, mucked around. I've switched my brain off, and also socializing really, I like to socialize. It's something that I really like to do. That's personally with me. Most autistics don't like to socialize and find it really draining, but I do find it very draining to socialize. But when you've built up that momentum of, being tired and staying up late and also going to socialize, it really burns me out for the next 4 or 5 days. So it will take me a while to get back. So this could also be with a task you need to do on the short term. So if you start to build up momentum on this task, or for example with me, I've just started to weld something and I haven't welded in years, and now I really just want to get this task done because I'm just learned how to weld again and got good at it, and I need to get this task done, but it's like, I've got things I need to do in between and I'm not doing it. So it really frustrates me that I have to move away from this task and do other things, such as the more important things like work, doing these videos for you guys, and also making sure my mental health is in check. But don't get me wrong about this. I'm talking about it because it's not that it's a negative thing. It's that it's a sort of strength. Because if you can get momentum in the things that matter, in the things that you need to do and that needs to be done. For example, I never thought I could do these videos because I never had momentum in them before. I never understood how to do them or how to talk. So there was a lot of friction doing these videos at the very start. But now that I've built up this big snowball and I just have this constant momentum, well, now this is my routine. Every Monday, every Tuesday, I do a video. And I try to give you the most spicy and the sauciest information that I have to help you. So how can we use this to our advantage to help gain momentum in anything? And that's the thing, you just got to find out what works best for you and how you can maintain momentum in things. And also you might have to prioritize things and go, okay, this is what I want momentum in. This is what I want momentum in. Instead of just going throughout your everyday life and kind of just going, I want to do what I want to do instead of not doing what you need to do, as I've said in a previous video. So that's the main thing about momentum. You've got to pick the things that need to be done and that need momentum. Positive things, not negative things, because if you start to give momentum to the negative things, then everything will go backwards and you will go backwards. So what you could do, you could prioritize or list things that you want to maybe gain momentum in, or maybe list the things that you don't want to gain momentum in, the negative things, what isn't going to push your life forward, what isn't going to help you have a better life. Because that's what I'm here to show, how I'm doing better in my life because of these things that have helped me, or the way I've changed my thought patterns and thinking processes. So yeah, leave a comment on how momentum has helped you in your life and what tasks you get fixated on or stuck on. So anyway, that's the end of this video. Like and subscribe to watch more educational content about autism and how to become a more independent man on the autism spectrum. Anyway, thank you.